Hey guys, what is up? This is Kadron, bringing you the Cardfight Vanguard Deer Days demo. I had a previous recording for it. We had some audio issues, so I'm having to try something different. Gonna hit new game here and just kind of jump right in. I am gonna go ahead and do the fast forwarding here. The only reason I'm doing the fast forwarding and not just the straight skipping is so you can see character names like Yuki Ichidoji here. The audio for the game is Japanese with English text, so for anyone who's played the Cardfight Vanguard EX game where everything was just in Japanese, you'll definitely enjoy this. This is Raisin Ichidoji. I can't remember if he's the younger or older brother. The demo's really fun if you want to play it and get the story. It's available on Steam right now for free, just to sit there and play around with. The game is coming out November 17th for the Nintendo Switch and for Steam. So far I've been enjoying it a lot. There's Gosetsu Katsushika. I've been enjoying it a lot. You're gonna see my mouse kind of floating around here because I am playing it via Steam. It's got some big competition this weekend. I am gonna skip the tutorial fight, guys. This weekend on its release, we have Pokemon also coming out. Super stoked for that. Alright, let's get to this point where I can buy my deck. If you're familiar with Vanguard, if you're new to Vanguard, this is good for everyone in both demographics. This is the D skill. If you played Vanguard EX, it's similar to this Iqualia skill. After it's done saving, it's actually going to make us go here. We are going to purchase a deck. I'm going to go ahead and just show off these 5 right here. This is the Holy Dragon. This is the Dragon Empire deck. This right here, Tyrant Tiger, is the Dark States deck. Then we have Apex Ruler, the Keter Sanctuary deck. Sylvan King, the Soikeia. And Aurora Valkyrie, the Brandgate deck. I am actually a huge Overlord fan, and as such am a huge Dragon Empire fan. So I'm going to go ahead and get this. We're going to confirm deck. You can press that and see everything that comes in the deck. We're going to go ahead and press OK here and purchase. And then we're going to back out of here. So similar, like I said, I'm going to kind of go through quite a bit of this here. Because I'll just explain it in general. D skills are similar if you play Vanguard EX. I'm actually going to go to my D skill right now. Select draw trigger. It tells you what it does right here. Increase the chance you get a draw trigger in your drive check and damage check. I actually do really want that, so I'm going to equip that on there. If you click here with the main versus, that progresses the story. Versus with the blue flame is just a side battle. And then there's just the regular versus where you can earn a VP, which is how you buy packs and decks, and CP is how you craft cards. We're gonna go ahead and proceed here. Yuki is a OC character for the game. If I'm remembering correctly, we are supposed to see characters from Overdress. I personally am super behind on the anime, so I don't know everybody. Masaru Kita and Doshi Nakano. I do apologize if I'm going through this a little fast. Like I said, this is just more or less to show off the UI and how the game plays. Just try to build some interest for the game. So we're gonna select my Dragon Empire deck here. This is like my 4th time going through this demo. So like, I'll be honest with you, I knew he was going to pick paper. I'll hold on to that. So the game does give you a mulligan. You want to go ahead and make sure your triggers are back in your deck. You have a ride deck, so you'll never really miss an opportunity to ride. To ride from your ride deck, you just go ahead and discard a card from your hand. These AIs are actually pretty easy, so I don't need as much guard. With me going first, though, I can't attack on my first turn, so he'll end up having his turn here. If you want to really learn how to play, the tutorial in the game is super helpful. since you are playing what is the current standard format for the card game. Yes, I will take the attack. In the standard format for the game, we have like over triggers, and our cards do different effects, and we have like persona rides and stuff like that. So the game does play a little bit differently than what someone who is possibly used to V Premium or Premium would play. We'll go ahead and get her skill activated here. We're going to call it Trickstar from deck. In my previous recording where I had the audio issues, I made a mistake with my Trickstar, and nope. I want to cancel that. I made a mistake with my Trickstar and called him over the wrong thing. Let's see. We'll go ahead and call this since he is grade 1. Like I said, the AI for the demo, I'm hoping in the main game they're a lot tougher. The AI just kind of took attacks from me when playing. I remember in Vanguard EX, let me read this card again, it's actually been a bit for me. Plus 10k until the end of battle, then I can Soul Blast. Alright. We'll go ahead and get out of that menu. Just swing here with our Vanguard. Oh, I lost my train of thought there. Oh yeah, in the in the Cardfight Vanguard EX game, the AI did get harder and had better decks as you went, but it still wasn't like you kind of knew you could win. I feel like they did that just to promote a better story experience, because the game did have online ranking, which this one does as well. So once you get to a certain point in the game, you'll be able to play online against other people and test your skills, which is definitely something I'm going to be on. I'm going to try to grind on that. The game introduces the 5 trial decks we all started with Overdress. We are getting future sets for it. We'll only go so far. I can't remember how far we go. But we'll be getting those sets and then future sets with DLC or something like that as we go forward in the game. So a lot to build up on. It's a game that'll grow for us. I'll go ahead and guard with the Trickster here just to try to keep my damage low in case something happens. Alright. So let's see what we draw. We are definitely going into our big bird here. Alright, so make sure I read this right. Search deck for 1 Verena. Okay. That's what I just had to make sure I was doing correctly. I guess I could have kept my Trickstar so I could pull that off. But during our main phase here, I'm going to go ahead and move him back. I'm going to activate this ability here. I want to keep my Perfect Guard. We'll discard, and I can get a level 0 back, so that'll give me that Trickstar I discarded. And then I can Overdress once more here. And then the effect of Nirvana, I'll go ahead and bring it all up here. So I can discard a card from my hand to choose a grade 0. When this attacks, counterblast 1 in this unit, and all of my units with Overdress ability get plus 10k until the end of turn. Both of these Verenas have Overdress. So we are going to go ahead and go into the battle phase. I'm going to attack with this Verena first. I know I should be attacking with Nirvana first. Honestly, even though I just read the card, I need to do both. That's right. Honestly, it was just to go ahead and get rid of that Interceptor. The AIs aren't super difficult here. He wasted a card guarding from hand. Now I'm gonna swing here and then activate the ability. Counterblasting 1. And then we will go ahead and plus. Yep, no guarded. Alright, so let's see what we get. We got a heal trigger. I will be able to heal off that. We are same damage. Well, dang, I can't hardly complain at all. In the previous recording, I actually beat him. Oh, there's my over trigger. Okay. So let's just give this here, and we'll just do it again. That's a little crazy. So that over trigger is a special kind of trigger that you can only have one of in your deck. That is the generic one that came in the trial decks. Removes itself, you draw one, you give 100 million power to a unit. And then for that one, if it's checked as a drive check and not a damage check, it will also give it another additional 100 million. So I'm swinging with 200 million unit here. That's kind of crazy. This is way better than the previous video I had. Alright, so we pushed him to 4. For those unfamiliar, the game ends at 6 damage. Oh, there's his Eugene. The game ends at 6 damage, whichever player hits it first, or whichever player decks out first. When you attack with these middle units, these vanguards, you get to do drive checks, which is flipping. You're looking for triggers, they're little things in the top right corner, to get special effects. Other than that, when you drive check, the cards just go to your hand. And then, like I did before with the Trick Star, you can guard and add power to your power equivalent to the shield. That's on the left side of the card there. When you do that and you compare the battle, if you are equal to or greater, whoever is equal to or greater when they're attacking wins. So as long as your defense is higher, we will guard this. So that's going to put me at 15. 15 beats 13. But if we had tied, I would still lose my unit. And now, so I got to show off the over trigger. I'm now going to get to show off Persona Ride. So when you Persona Ride, it's just riding the same unit on top of another, a grade 3 unit that has to have the Persona Ride ability. It is this ability right here, if you can see my mouse. It gives plus 10k to your whole front row for the turn, and you get to draw one. We're just going to go straight into the battle phase here. Nope. We want to attack. This time I want to attack with Nirvana first, so I can get the additional effect, because that will now plus my front row by 20k, because I Persona Rode it, but did Persona Riding as well. So now I'm more of a threat. With 7 cards in hand, though, he might actually be able to get me. Alright, so this will push him to 5. 1 more damage and I can win. 7 cards in hand, though. I'm thinking he might be able to stop me. No defensive trigger, so that's good. So when you take damage, you can also hit a trigger. And before it goes to the damage zone, you can plus your own power until the end of turn. And then get additional effects. So that'll be 40. He no guarded. As long as he doesn't hit a heal trigger, we've got the win here. Alright, so looks like we got the win there. It's a fun game. It takes some practice getting used to cards and remembering skills. I actually have not played Vanguard in my locals in a long time. I've just been super busy. I'm currently now on that grind to try and get a little more presence on YouTube and grow from there. Besides doing videos like this, I actually do play card games when I get the chance. My biggest one I'm on right now is actually the Digimon TCG, so look forward to some deck profiles coming up for that here in the future. So we got a new D skill, Lightning Spark. We are going to go ahead and equip that. That one guarantees that we go first with it equipped. And then we're going to go ahead and hit up the shop and buy a different starter deck to try out. I'm going to go ahead and pick Brantgate. Brantgate is another deck that I really do like. I like their playstyle personally, but I'm also picking it because besides being an Overlord main, when Vanguard started out, when Link Jokers came around, I also played a lot of Link Jokers, and Link Jokers got absorbed into Brantgate when the nations merged. If you're from previous Vanguard, from playing Vanguard previously before Overdress and you haven't seen what Overdress has, all the clans formed into one nation and are now represented by nations. So when we play like premium, because you can use standard cards in premium right now, when we do that, with clans, but whatever nation, if that clan is in that nation, you can use that card in your deck. So there's some fun decks you can actually mess around with a little bit, because you can kind of mix some Royal Paladin themed stuff now in Genesis, because as long as it's Keter Sanctuary, you can throw it in a Genesis deck. So the skill I had lets me go first, so it guarantees I pick the right thing. We're going to go ahead and return the prison and my front trigger. The reason we want to return the prison is our ride unit lets us immediately get the prison to our hand, so it doesn't need to be in our opening hand. So we are going to go ahead and ride. I'm going to discard the grade 3 here. And then with her skill, we will get the prison out of our deck. Since it's a starter, it does run 2. Now we are going to activate the prison. The prison, we just rest one of our units and then soul charge 3, and it goes here into our order zone. I don't believe there's any cards that get rid of cards in the order zone right now, but I'm very behind on some of the newer cards. Let's go ahead and check the soul, see what we got rid of. So it looks like a grade 2, grade 1, grade 2, so not too bad. For anyone who doesn't know what the prison ability is, when your opponent can normal call or rear guard, they can perform the following. So anytime they can normal call, so during their main phase, before the battle phase, they can Soul Blast 1 to choose one of their imprisoned cards and call to rear guard, or they can Counter Blast 1 and call 2. And all I do is take cards from hand and field and throw it under this prison here. We went first, so we're going to go ahead and end our turn. This is the other Dark States deck. Most people know Bruce. I think this one's called Barrow Magnus. I can't remember. Please don't hate me. I used to play it, and now I can't remember. The last thing I built that involved Dark States was Amon for V Premium, for one of the BCS regionals. We're going to choose to no guard here and take the attack. 1 damage. Oh, looks like I'm on the card selection thing. Alright, heal trigger. I won't heal anything, but I will get that power. Sorry, let me get the card display image text off. I wish that would just kind of go away on its own. So like I said, won't heal, but we'll get the power there. So if we had any other units, I wouldn't be getting rushed. Alright, so we're going to go here. We'll go ahead and discard our draw trigger. Now her effect will let me take a card from my opponent's hand and put it in the prison. So I can look here. Looks like they went ahead and just threw their draw trigger in there. We will call. Sure, we'll call it there. And then this is just a generic 10k. We're going to try to swing fast and hard here. So we'll attack here for 10k. Getting that damage in. I'm going to go ahead and swing with my rear guard. The fear is that he'll hit a defensive trigger, and then I'll need to hit a trigger to hit. He didn't, so looks like now our Vanguard can just go right into it. Let's see if he guards. Nope, not guarding. Drive check. No trigger from us either. As soon as you're done with all your attacks and the damage checks are done, the game will automatically pass turn to the opponent and you can resolve all your effects right then and there. UI's not terrible. It's very much. It's not too different from Vanguard EX's. I would say the big benefit now is we're also going to not guard this. I would say the big benefit is just that we have English translations in the game. I personally have played and restarted Vanguard EX multiple times, and if I take too long of a break from it and I can't keep up with remembering what my cards do, I fall behind with that deck. Actually, we're not going to guard this either. I get behind on building decks for that because I just can't remember every card. So this one being English, if I put it down for a little bit and then come back, I can read my cards and know what I'm doing. Because I'll be honest, sometimes for me, reading cards is hard. Actually, I don't want to discard that. I want to discard this. So this card is awesome. Seraph Snow is amazing. I'll go ahead and pull up her card image here and the effect here. So during my turn, if one or more of my opponent's cards are imprisoned by prison, this unit gets plus 10,000, and if 3 or more cards are imprisoned, drive plus 1. And then activated ability, counter blast 1, choose 2 of my opponent's rear guards and imprison them. As you can see, my opponent has 2 of them, so we are going to activate her ability and counterblast 1. And we're going to put both of these in prison. That'll put me up to 3, so I'll have the extra drive check now. Let's go ahead and call my grade 1 here. And then we'll go right into the battle phase. So 5 cards in hand. Let's see what kind of damage I can do to my opponent here. Alright, so guarded the first attack. We'll go here and get the triple drive. So normally grade 2 units only have twin drive. This one's special ability giving it the triple drive is amazing. So we'll heal. I do get to heal that. We'll go ahead and give the power to my rear guard here. And then we get a 3rd check. We got the over trigger. So just like before, I'm just going to end up giving it all to my rear guard here, giving me just a giant unit to swing with. So we got him to 4. Unless he perfect guards, this will put him to 5. In case I didn't mention before, if you have grade 1s or 0s in the back that have the boost skill, you can rest them and give their power to the unit in front of them when they're declaring an attack. Alright, so that ends our turn. Our opponent is at 5. Barrel Magnus. Okay, so I did remember the unit. Okay. I'm going... Oh yeah, he'll get his skill. I am not going to guard. I'm actually going to go ahead and take this. So grade 2. So it's important to pay attention what their drive checks are, so you know what they can and can't guard with the next turn. So the grade 2 had 500k shield or 5,000k shield. The other card was a grade 3, so it's not going to matter. That grade 3s don't have shields unless with special effects. Looks like he wants to take out one of my better units. So I don't want a perfect guard. So perfect guards, you can discard a card from your hand. And you can discard a card from your hand, and if you do, one of your units cannot be hit for that battle. So it looks like no Persona ride. So we're just gonna skip the ride phase. I'm gonna go ahead and do her ability to counterblast 1, and we're just gonna go ahead and eat that unit up there. Let's look at my hand again. Normally you wouldn't do this. I'm going to call this right back here so that way I can get the extra attack in. With me 1 damage away from winning, I want to try to push this. So we'll swing 17. 6 cards in hand. I'll say more than likely has what he needs to guard. We already know 1 card's a grade 3, so 4 potential cards to guard with, but I am getting a triple drive here. So that's making it a 1 to pass. Got a critical trigger. So we will give all effects to my Vanguard here. And then that'll guarantee us the game there. We'll get the 3rd check. So he would have to hit 2 heal triggers to survive. And if he hit 2 heal triggers, we're definitely got to survive 1 more turn. I do like the animations that go off when certain grade 3s attack. Alright, that puts us at a win. We also got the, did that over trigger. Alright, so the game does only have these 2 fights. So it's getting ready to come up with a thanks for playing screen here soon. There we go. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed that. I was very excited to kind of demo 2 of the starter decks. It does get me pumped when I play Vanguard. It was a very dear game to me. Dear game, dear days. I still very much enjoy Vanguard, and I'm hoping I can get back to it in the future to play locally and start heading to some bigger events again. But guys, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. I'm definitely looking to grow. We'll possibly, when this game comes out, start doing some live streams of it, as well as some recordings. The live streams might just be my grinding to build some of my favorite decks. Overlord is in this game as well as an encounter rare. So I will definitely be rebuilding my one true love for this game. Other than that, guys, have a good day, stay safe, I'll see you next time.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you, better